Can you read my shirt pretty well? You just now noticed that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know that's what you were wearing. That's so funny. I'm keeping all this in. That's comedy. Welcome to the episode.
Yeah. Welcome back to Sips of Cinema. I am Cameron. This is my co-host Chandler. Today we are going to be sipping on nothing because it has been so hard to even get this episode filmed. I mean, like, we try to film it. We try to film our episodes every Saturday, but we've had to put it off. And then I just got back from LA yesterday because I got to see the Dune Part 3 trailer early. So that was cool. But at the same time, I'm stressing about getting this filmed because it's a Ryan Gosling episode, as you can see. Because right after this, because the reason we wanted to get it filmed on our schedule is because now we're seeing Project Hail Mary, which is going to be out in theaters Friday, but we have an early screening for it. So so stay tuned till the very end of the video because we'll give you a little like our reaction right out of the theater, right out of our screening. Actually, here's a little clip right now. But yeah, so we watched, I rewatched you for the first time for some of them. Around probably half of them you watched for the first time, and I know you have some things to say, and so do I, but we watched, I think it was 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
7, yeah. So, and we recently talked about La La Land, so we might touch on it a little bit in this video, but since we just talked about it in our Damien Chazelle, and we pretty much mentioned that movie probably in almost every single one of our episodes, we're going to focus on 7 other Ryan Gosling movies.
It's in every episode if you consider
Yeah, it is. Yeah, right there. So it's a couple, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Can you tell he likes Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, I know. I love
I'm gonna use that as the thumbnail screenshot, the snippet, just you going.
But no, I love Ryan Gosling. I always have, and I always will, and I'm very excited for Project Hail Mary. And I thought, what better way to celebrate Ryan Gosling Day, which there might honestly be an actual Ryan Gosling Day, but we're gonna pretend that Ryan Gosling Day is Friday.
His birthday.
Well, his birthday, yeah, it's technically Ryan Gosling Day, but no. Whenever there's a new Ryan Gosling movie coming out, it's Ryan Gosling Day, and I was like, let's rewatch some Ryan Gosling movies. Some of, if not his best pieces. There was a couple that I really wanted to watch, like Half Nelson, which is one that you haven't seen, but that earned him his first Academy Award nomination, and I wanted to fit that in, but I figured it would be a little bit of a harder one to talk about compared to the ones that we did pick. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of, I mean, he's in a lot of great movies, but we picked, let's see, Blade Runner 2049, Barbie, just because of recency, because it's, one of his newer ones, and we have a couple things to say about that one. Drive, which if you're a Ryan Gosling fan, yeah, I know, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it, because that was was that the first time? Yeah, it was the first time. Yeah. So Blade Runner, Barbie, Drive, Lars and the Real Girl,
Crazy Stupid
Love, The Nice Guys, and The Notebook. Yeah. So The Notebook we actually added last minute. So we were only going to do 6.
Well, originally we were only going to do 5.
And yeah, right.
10
and
minutes
then
after that, he was like, "There's too many good ones. There's too many good ones to cut, and we're watching another one."
So we're gonna have to probably do another Ryan Gosling video for whenever he's relevant again with a new movie that's coming out, or if we just want to, because there's a lot. I mean, there is a lot.
I can't wait until we talk about my favorite one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what your favorite one is, and
the Goosebumps. He played. As a child actor, he was in Goosebumps.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah, no, you're right. I thought I was like, of the ones that we just watched.
I just meant that as like a joke.
Oh, okay, yeah. He is in Goosebumps though. That was one of his first acting roles, because he was Ryan Gosling was
I don't remember
a dancer.
Which one. Yeah, I don't
and
remember
actually
which one
he was a hip hop dancer. That's what he did in like middle school and high school. He's actually, I think he's on a show. Where I think he's like 13 or something, and he's doing some of his dance moves that he still does like within like his movies. Mm-hmm. He's so cool. I love when actors do like those like he says schwanz a lot in his movies.
Yeah, he does.
It's so funny. Yeah. But anyway, so those are the ones that we watched. Like I said, there are a lot other Ryan Gosling movies, so sorry if we didn't pick ones that's your favorite, but let us know. Whichever Ryan Gosling film is your favorite.
I'm sure he'll love to do another one.
Yeah,
of these.
I've seen most of his films, but yeah, we would be more than happy to make another video talking about Ryan Gosling movies, because he's great. Another great one, First Man, which we already talked about. But anyways, We have to keep this video not short, but we got to make sure that we get done on time because we literally have to go straight from here to Project Hail Mary. So let's get into the video. Let's talk. Which one do you want to talk about? So, what was your favorite of the ones that we watched? Drive. Okay, good.
Drive my favorite.
Good. So, I want to hear your thoughts because this is the first time you ever watched it.
Yeah. So I was watching Drive, and the whole time through it, this was just a thing that I looked up. I was like, the guy that did Baby Driver has to have had inspiration from this.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
Apparently,
he didn't.
the person that wrote Baby, I don't remember his name. I'm horrible with names.
It's Edgar Wright.
But yeah, okay. So he wrote Baby Driver. Apparently, he had the story written before Drive came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or something like that is what I read.
Drive
but both of them were inspired by a 1978 movie, The Driver.
Oh.
They were both inspired by a different movie called The Driver.
Because
but
they
one
definitely
didn't inspire the other.
They definitely have very similar
quirks. A guy that barely talks, is obsessed with driving, loves music, is a killer. Yeah.
But no, Drive.
A girl that worked in a diner.
Yeah. But
did she work in a diner? Actually, now that I think about it, I think she did.
In Baby Driver, she did.
No, in Drive. The love interest. She looked.
Did we ever see her job?
Well, I feel like I saw. We saw her in a uniform once. She looked like she was like a diner.
Oh my gosh, I think she did. Yes, I think for we only get one scene.
Yeah, literally one scene.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, oh
yeah. I think
what's the scene with Leonardo? With Leonardo, yeah, it's like I recognize this. I recognize this.
Oh, he is so memeable.
Yeah, but I love it.
Drive is seriously. It is they actually. When I was in film school, they taught this film and just it was I forget the director's name, but this was a directorial debut, and then he did another. I think it was Only God Forgives, I think, and he did it with Ryan Gosling, and it did not get well received. It was kind of a lot of people think that the director of Drive was kind of like a one-hit wonder, which is a mean thing to say. But honestly, when it comes to making films, a lot of people do have that just they killed it with that idea, and then they try to emulate it with cinematography and all that stuff, and they kind of fail. But Drive does it so. It's so good.
It's so good.
I watched it for the first time maybe 8 years ago or something like that. I think it was because when Blade Runner 2049 came out, I was just in my Ryan Gosling phase, which now I'm always in a Ryan Gosling phase. But I watched Drive and it was just so freaking good because, well, one, it's masterful in its visual storytelling. Almost every single frame is just so well put together. The way that they frame our characters is so good. There's scenes with Ryan Gosling, and there's a mirror, and then on the mirror is a picture of his love interest and her husband and the kid, and it's just that's all we're supposed to be, this apparent they're connecting with each other, but we have to be reminded that nope, she's actually with someone else. Or there's scenes in which when we're focused on him, she's in his shots, and then when we're focused on her, he's not in her shots. And I think it's just there's so much great visual storytelling, and Drive does it so good, and it moves so quickly. It moves so quickly, and this was Drive is definitely so. People always are like, Ryan Gosling is literally me. He is the literally me. He created that literally me attitude that people have when it comes to just that monotone attitude. And I think Drive is the first movie that really,
it was perfect.
That really solidified that idea of just that monotone, just
completely unbothered.
He's just unbothered, but just so attractive at the same time.
Yeah, it's so funny. I thought it was okay. So obviously the end of the movie, sad. Whatever.
Yeah.
He gets what's his, and whatever. But the scene where spoilers, the scene where near the end of the video where he and the love interest, I can't remember her name. I don't know why.
I'm blanking on her name too.
They're both in an elevator, and he pushes her aside. Yeah, what the hell was that?
It was some door closing.
It sounds like a rapid.
Yeah, I know.
Someone's banging on the door. Anyway, they were in the elevator, and he very nonchalantly just pushes her behind him.
Yeah, I know. It's
and then
so
turns
good.
around, gives her a massive kiss.
Yep.
and then legitimately just crushes that
Yep,
man's skull with his
I
feet.
know.
And all you see is her like backing up, and she's struggling to like, she doesn't know if she should be turned on
She finds
or
it hot.
mortified.
She found it hot.
Yeah,
She found it hot.
definitely. But
I did.
Yeah, no, I did too. I was like, yeah, hell yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
Every guy's like dream is to do that one day. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, it's not.
I'm just kidding.
Unless.
Yeah, I know. Well, to be the savior.
Yeah, or well, I mean, you know, just to be the one that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to that extent, obviously, but just
to have just
to
like
take care of stuff.
Exactly. I like that happens quite a bit in this movie, where it's just like in a lot of movies, our main guy will get like beat up to the point of like almost not being able to come back, but like this guy literally gets sent out to take him down, and he doesn't even get like a punch in. He literally just gets his face smushed in, like without
immediately.
Like the character is brought in for that specific reason, and it's so good. It just gives him so much character, because like in what movie have you seen a normal guy just like completely smash in someone's face? Because I remember seeing that. Also, I mean, that scene is so just beautiful, because like you mentioned him just like pushing her behind and then kissing her, but the lighting is
it was
so
amazing.
good. Just like it gets dim, but then super bright on just them. It's so good. I mean, it's so good. And it's also like a really powerful movie in the way that it represents that concept of like, you know, when you're in it, you're kind of in it forever. It's just like once you find yourself being that person that's just always getting constantly wrapped up in, you know, well, I'm out of prison now, but I owe this guy money. Like, I need to do this one last job. I don't even want to do it, but I'm saying, like, it's like, if I don't do it, my family's going to die. And then he gets just murdered. And it's what's so good about it is because that's Oscar Isaac, who's a really famous, at the time of this movie, he was more of a, not as famous as he is now, but still a pretty big name actor to just die like that, literally just get shot in the back. It really goes to show that just like, if you keep going in that direction, that is how it will end. That's how it's going to end. And
I love how the whole thing was basically chalked up to like some mobster that was underneath the control of a different mobster, but he was like going rogue and doing his own thing. And then the head honcho was like, why do you keep fucking shit up?
Yeah.
why do you keep doing this? Why do I have to come in and clean up all this stuff for you? And I just thought it was
speaking
hilarious.
of that, the villain, like the main bad guy, that's the voice of Nemo's dad in Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Which when you rewatch this movie and listen to it, I'm talking about like the guy with the curly hair, like the mob guy, not Ron Perlman, the other guy. He great villain. A lot of people were saying that he should have been nominated for an Oscar, like for Best Supporting Actor, and I agree. I think he should have been nominated because he is one of the more like just scary villains. Like there's one scene in this movie that I just, every single time I watch this movie, I'm just like, that is like the hardest line you can say after killing someone. Like it was when he slit Bryan Cranston's wrist, and he's just like, it's over, no pain. Like, just, it's like, are you kidding me? You just slit my wrist. You just slit my wrist open, and you're telling me there's no pain. It's over. Like, no need to get caught up on it. Like, it's just, that isn't exactly what he said, but that is basically just like, there's no pain. Like, don't tell me there's no pain after just like slicing my arm open. Like that, but it's so just like that simple writing like that. People get so wrapped up on trying to make things interesting, and they just keep rewriting and rewriting and rewriting. But then you just have a simple line like that, where it's just like, that perfectly encapsulates a psycho. Like, just you're telling someone that there's no pain. Like, there's no pain. He got what was coming to him at the very end. Ryan Gosling should have said that to him. There's no pain. Exactly. I mean,
he wouldn't have known.
He wouldn't have known. But just basically, just like, how do you like? He just got shanked at the very end of the movie. Yeah. Just so good. Also, every single time I rewatch this movie, I almost forget that does he live or die? Because like before this rewatch, which was probably like my fourth or fifth rewatch, for some reason I remember the movie of it being ambiguous, and we didn't know if he lived or died. But at this rewatch, it's clear that he lived. And it's just cool that I have that, because
And
he
I
sits
loved
that in that car.
I know.
And
I love that scene. I was
not
like,
breathing.
I
It's
was
like,
like, am
dude.
I witnessing him die?
Yeah.
And then after I've convinced myself that he's dead, he goes, oh well, I'll just drive away now.
But that's just that badass monotone attitude. He's just like, for like 4 minutes, and he's like, damn, just got to get back to it.
Yeah.
But no, Drive is, I mean, it is so, I don't think I've met anyone that doesn't like that movie. I think it's so good. And it's like, it's an independent, it's more of like an indie film, and the racing scenes are so good. And it's so badass. Like, especially the motel scene where he, like, where he like starts to interrogate that woman for messing up the whole entire plan and basically just like getting that guy killed. And then
she gets her head
she
blown
gets her
off.
head blown she gets her head blown off, and then he like he pushes the mattress up to the door, and then goes in there, takes the rod down and stabs him in. Like, that's what I mean by he doesn't get hurt really until the very end of the movie. He just like kills him instantly, takes the shotgun, and just blows the other guy away with blood all over his face. It's such a badass movie.
I bet when they were coming up, or not coming up with, but when they were like writing and fitting him as a character for Blade Runner,
Yeah,
they were probably just like, can you tap back into you and Drive?
Yeah,
because it's seriously the same stuff.
Like with you said Blade Runner.
Yeah,
but
like his mannerisms.
Yeah,
how,
exactly.
Like, he just doesn't get hurt.
Honestly, and if he does, he definitely gets more hurt in Blade Runner. But since he's a
cyborg,
he's artificial, he can't feel anything. Which we'll talk about Blade Runner 2049. Which actually, I guess that's a good segue into Blade Runner 2049. I mean, right there, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. I believe it's my fourth favorite movie of all time. But anyway, it's so good.
It is very good.
That you've seen it before that though, right?
Yeah, either once or twice. Did we see it? I know you probably did, but did I go with you to see it in the theaters?
No, because that was well, it was 2017. So at the time I was 15, so it was hard to kind of go to those R-rated movies.
It was either my second or my third watch.
I have not seen it in theaters, and I regret it. I really, really want to see it. So whenever it's about to have its 10-year anniversary in 2017, so hopefully 2027. So hopefully they bring it back to theaters for its 10th anniversary, because it's so good. So actually, so I was just in LA for the Dune Part 3 trailer launch, and Denis Villeneuve was there. So we got to listen to him just like talk about making that movie. And he also did Blade Runner 2049. I was talking to some of my buddies about like his filmmaking, and his filmmaking style is so good because he doesn't rely like so much on like heavy dialogue. Like he has really good dialogue, but his movies are so like the visuals tell the story, and that's like Blade Runner 2049. I feel like a lot of people either think it's one of the greatest sequels of all time or just can't get on board with it. And I think it's because it's more of a slower paced movie. Like we see a lot of him just like uncovering things or kind of having that same monotone attitude that he does in Drive, which I think him and Joy are just some of the best. Like him and Mia in La La Land, and him and Joy in Blade Runner 2049 are just some of the best duos. He does so well with his scene partner, just like so good. And it's just the movie is so visually stunning. Roger Deakins, the cinematographer, he won his first Academy Award for this movie, and it's so beautiful. But what are your thoughts? Because I've seen it like a billion times.
I can see why you love it so much.
Yeah,
like indefinitely. I can see why it's in your top 5.
I'm all about like the cinematography, just kind of just like impressive stuff.
Honestly, it might be in my top 5 as well.
Yeah,
but it's, I don't know. I always find it hard to rank stuff because I'm not a rewatcher. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I mean,
for me, it's more of I really like this movie, I like this movie, or I did not like this movie. It's hard for me to just like if you were to ask me what my favorite movie of all time is, I would probably struggle. Just because like a lot of stuff I haven't rewatched. So I might be remembering things wrong, or I might whatever. So I can't necessarily say it's a top 5 for me. I'm sure I could think of my favorite movie of all time if I really tried thinking about it. But I love the visuals.
I know.
I love how it goes.
It's amazing.
I love how it like hops back and forth between like dystopian, futuristic, apocalyptic.
Yep.
It constantly jumps back and forth.
So
and
good.
the one thing that I thought was so funny was so funny and no shade.
Yeah.
Okay, no shade. But why, out of all brands, why out of all car brands,
Oh.
was Peugeot?
Oh.
Peugeot.
What's Peugeot? Explain to the audience, 'cause I'm sure they don't know either.
I think it's either French or it's a UK based car brand. I think it's French.
Okay.
But it's just like out of every single car brand that you could possibly have had in this movie, you choose a car brand that almost nobody over here, unless they're a car enthusiast, would have heard of. And it was a massive, massive Peugeot logo on a building.
Really?
Just in the middle of one of the scenes where he's like flying through the cityscape or whatever.
Well, I mean, there's the overall like environment and landscape of it was like New Los Angeles, or I forget what because it takes place it takes place in Los Angeles, but I think it's like a greater Los Angeles. I think that's what it was called. In areas like there is the scene with like am I interrupting something?
No, I'm looking up the logo so I can show you.
Okay.
So I can show it to you. That's why. Apparently, the car that he drives around in was a concept Peugeot, like for the movie. Like like in the movie, it is a Peugeot concept car, not a real one, obviously. But
interesting, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I can find. Like,
I'm sure most people didn't know that either.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the exact scene where they show the logo just so I can show you where it is. But
I think I know what you're talking about. But no, I think like just like in this greater Los Angeles, I think like it's almost like they have a Chinatown, like how they have in New York. They had just kind of like mixed cultures,
like different districts and stuff.
So maybe that's like which by the way, we're getting closer and closer to 2049, and
we really are.
Like it's kind of scary. And
I can't find it, but that's really
okay.
cool.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's just like a sideways lion, like doing this on the side of the building.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But that's cool. I actually didn't know that it was because the car that he
always has the coolest cars.
Called this, I think it was called the Skimmer. I think is what I just saw that it was called. That it apparently was supposed to be like a Peugeot concept.
But
Peugeot, if you make that, that's mine. I'm buying it.
Yeah, give me it.
give me it. Brand
give
deal.
me it. But it's such a special movie. It's so freaking good. I don't think Dave Bautista gets enough credit for like he's only in it for the better part of 8 minutes or something like that.
Longer, yeah.
Maybe like but just like he's such a good actor in this movie, and he looks so different too.
Don't get back up. Please don't get back up.
Oh fuck! I thought there was like a spider next to me.
No.
And you were telling me not to get up. I was like locked in. I locked in.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's what he said.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I just have to think about it.
He like shot him, or he like punched him, or like he hit his throat. He couldn't breathe. And he's like, "Please don't get back up.
Yeah.
Please don't get back up."
Yeah.
Hey, cameras.
I was like, "What?" But no, it's so good. And I think Ryan Gosling, he's such a great actor. I hope we get another performance from him where it's like, because I think Drive and Blade Runner are two of, except for Lars and the Real Girl, probably two of his more like monotone performances. I think the rest of the ones that we're going to talk about are more cool or like hip or funny. But Blade Runner 2049, man, it's so beautiful. I love how Denis Villeneuve was able to build this new world where it like felt oddly like similar to the original Blade Runner film. Which, have you seen the original Blade Runner?
Yeah, not recently. But yeah,
it's still great. I love Blade Runner 2049 just a bit more. I just think it's like one of, or if not the most perfect sequel, because I think it does such a great job creating new characters without, needing to be almost a direct sequel. Like it's a direct sequel technically, but we don't even get to see Deckard until over halfway through the movie. And the movie's not even really about him until the story starts to unfold and it goes back to Deckard. And I think a lot of sequels, like a lot of legacy sequels, tend to focus so much on how effective the first one was, and they try to emulate it. Like Gladiator 2. I feel like Gladiator 2 just freaking failed
miserably.
in being able to be something new and different. It really tried to emulate what they did so well with the first one. But
Yeah.
this movie does it so amazingly well in the way that it revolutionizes like technology in that world and in our world, just
Mhm.
like with how they shot it, how they were able to capture so much like gravity in the frame. Just it's so good. Sound design, Hans Zimmer's score is just it's so it's just so good. And the CGI, I don't know, like it might be the best CGI that we have in like the last like 10 years,
Mhm.
because I think Pirates of the Caribbean still has
Well, yeah,
like almost
unbelievable.
unbelievably how well that movie holds up. But Blade Runner, the scene, like the intimate scene with Joy hiring the prostitute to
Mhm.
join bodies so that he can have that physical
Mhm.
connection with someone, that scene is genuinely one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life. It's so good the way that like their bodies form into each other and they're constantly like changing, and
Every
Joy's
now
hair.
and then you see like the little delay, like with
Exactly.
a hand move and then one follows.
It's so good.
and
I love the scene where they like she's like has to
Get in sync.
sync
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they do that and then it lines up. It's so good. And one of my favorite shots of the movie is when she starts grasping the back of his head and the fingers start just like
Overlapping with
each other. It's just like it's like very kinky. Like if you decide to see that, you're like, man, that's kinky. It's like two
Mhm.
like he's hooking up with two people. But then once you really are like watching the movie, you're just like, this is like so beautiful.
Mhm.
It's just so cool. And I have made this connection before, but it's almost like Her. You've seen
Yeah,
Her
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix,
Mhm.
like that scene where she also gets a hooker to sorry, I don't hooker.
I don't know.
I think I can use that word,
I don't
hooker,
know.
to to have that physical connection. It's so good, and it's funny. It's so funny how the movies kind of really line up with each other as
Mhm.
far as like takes place in like this postmodern like future, and the connection that you can have with someone is just artificial, and you can make it like basically make that connection. And it hurts that when Joy dies and he's left being himself, and then like I don't know if he finds out or if it's just kind of mocking in his face that Joy is kind of a sex symbol almost.
Yeah.
Like that's why she exists, is for that, to people to have that pleasure.
Kind of like Lars and the Real Girl.
Yeah, which a great segue, because yeah, we do gotta
Pick up the pace,
pick up the pace
probably
with
a
the
little
movies.
bit.
But Blade Runner 2049 is fabulous.
Phenomenal.
It is literally, I mean, it's seriously
Also, I
one
love
of the most gorgeous movies ever.
Just one last quick thing before
Yeah.
we switch over to Lars. I loved how, because like I hadn't seen it in forever,
Mhm.
so a lot of this I was like remembering on the fly while
Yeah.
I was watching it. The scene where he goes to find out if the memory was real, and the
Oh, I
dream
know.
maker started crying, and she was like,
Mhm.
"Yep, someone definitely lived this."
Yep. And it ended up being
and then
her.
it ended up being her.
Yeah.
When I sat there rewatching it, I was like, it's her memory.
Yeah.
I just remembered that this
Yep.
is her memory and this is how it ends. This is so unbelievably well written.
Yeah, it is really well written. Every single time I rewatch it, I kind of forget a little bit of the story. Like in my head, sometimes I do think, wait, is he Deckard's like son? And I'm like,
Mhm.
no, I don't think that they would end this movie like that. And then we keep watching it, and it's like, oh, it is real,
Mhm.
and it's someone's memories, but I remember it not being his.
Mhm.
And then it's like, oh my god, it was hers. Just like sometimes that's why rewatching stuff is so powerful, because you think like you remember everything that you watched, and you remember as to like why you didn't like it as much as like remembered, and then you rewatch it and you gain a new understanding of it. That's
Yeah.
why I think it's important to rewatch stuff, because a lot of people are just like, I've seen it once. Like I've seen it once. Like if you come across a book reader, you're never going to come across someone that reads books and say, I've only read that book once. They have almost 100% reread that book at least 5 times. If it's their favorite book, they've
Well,
reread
yeah,
it.
if it's their favorite
They've
book, yeah.
reread it. Like they will. And I think you need to give, like, if you're very hesitant on giving another movie a chance that you really like, or kind of are like, I remember liking it, but it wasn't my favorite, rewatch it. Like, just rewatch it.
Yeah,
Most
I'm
of my
getting-
favorite movies are from rewatching and
Mhm.
gaining a new understanding. Like, sometimes my brain isn't like, it's not really understanding how amazing something is. Like La La Land. When I watched that movie for the first time, or like the first couple times, like the way the cinemat like how they shoot that film didn't affect me as much as I do now, because well, one, I went to film school, I worked with cinematography a lot, and I began to understand, like, yeah, how the fuck do they get these certain scenes? Because then you really think about it, it's like they have to really like come up with like these shots, and they have to practice and get it perfectly done.
Mm-hmm.
And I gained a new understanding of it. And so rewatch movies. But anyways, Lars and the Real Girl.
Yeah.
I adore this movie. I adore this movie so much. It
Mhm.
is so good. So Lars and the Real Girl is about Lars, who is a very just shy guy. He just cannot make connections with people, and he hears from a creep at work that like these new things are, they have sex dolls that are anatomically correct, and he ends up getting one and basically builds his own girlfriend, and it becomes real to him. And then he introduces her to his brother and sister-in-law, and then they have to go on this like journey of trying to figure out what they have to do. And a lot of people kind of criticize this movie, like the doctor being like medical professionals will talk about this movie and be like, if a doctor ever tells you to have them go along with their delusion, like they need to be like arrested.
Yeah, like
What?
disbarred or whatever
Yeah,
the
but
term
like,
is.
I mean, one, it's a movie. It's a movie, and I mean, yes, if someone really thought that this was their girlfriend, a lot of other things would go down. But I just, the movie's not a like the movie's about community. The movie's
Mhm.
about how much people can do to really just what how like what's the deep, like the weirdest thing that someone can be struggling with, and how can that test your ability to help
Mhm.
or be someone that is um understanding and accepting of that. And I think the movie's hilarious. I think he was nominated for a Golden Globe, and he got a couple nominations for his performance. I think he should have got a Best Actor nomination. He is so freaking good in this movie.
Yeah.
He's lovable, he's funny, he's charming, he's sad. It's so. I want to hear your thoughts on it though, because I know that was like the first time you rewatched it in a while.
Yeah, I watched it a very like whenever it came out a
Mhm.
while ago, which it was funny. I thought it was a much newer movie than it was.
Yeah, no, it's
And when
2007.
I think.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
2007.
It started playing and I was like, this is like a really old MGM intro.
Mhm.
I thought this movie was way newer. And then I saw the date and I was like, oh wow, yeah, no, it's old.
Mhm.
Or older. I'm calling myself old if I say that. Gotta stay
It
young.
is older. It is older.
Yeah. Anyways, spotting gray hairs. But no, I think it was really cool. And I love his wide range that he has.
I know.
He's hilarious.
Yep.
He's a macho dude. He's a nonchalant dude.
Mhm.
He's a killer. He's
Yep.
a hugger.
Yep.
He's anything. It really is powerful seeing how many different ways he
Yes.
can play a role.
Very much.
The thing that I liked most about this movie was they didn't really like touch on it super in depth.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like a big subplot as to why he had this whole like gravitation towards having his own like fake relationship with this
Mhm.
with the doll is
Well, real relationship.
real
but with,
relationship to him, but like
yeah.
he developed it with the doll is one, he didn't have the connection, but two, we learned that like his mom died when she was
Yeah.
giving childbirth like to him,
Yep.
and his sister-in-law now was pregnant. So he had all these emotions
Yep.
and like had all this whatever that he was trying to get out and trying to express because he was worried about her.
Yeah.
He was worried that she was going to die.
Mhm. And I think he was just tired of being disappointed and let down. Like,
Oh yeah.
his dad stopped really, loving him. The big brother really made it a point that be like, dad always, dad did his best.
Yeah.
He was struggling too. He lost his wife. He was trying to be the best father, and he may have, taken that out on you a little bit, but it wasn't because he loved you any less. But I think Lars was just having just like a bit of a hard time accepting the fact that, well, one, he feels like he's almost the enemy because his mom died in childbirth, and then his dad stopped really talking to him and caring about him as much as he did his older brother because he thinks that the reason is because he killed his mom, which he never says that in the movie, but that it's mentioned.
It's a very underlying tone
it's
that you can
mentioned,
pick
but
up
also I love he's just so sweet. Like he's not a creep. He definitely has some mental issues, but in the beginning of the movie where he's having a really hard time talking with the sister-in-law about getting dinner, and then like he interrupts to be like, it's cold, like, and then he gives her like, it's just like he's just a sweetheart. And the girl that he works with at work, she's so sweet. I think this movie understands the concept of normal in a very peculiar way because it has such a like irregular, not normal plot. Like
Yeah.
it's like a story about someone that is in love with a sex doll, but it also surrounds us with really normal people. Like we have his older brother, his sister-in-law, just these people that are living their lives. She's pregnant. We're like, just he's trying to, be a good brother by trying to understand, but he's also normal and just kind of picking on him at the same time. It's just like you would do that to me if I
Yeah.
was in love with a sex doll. I would do that to you, but I would also, in the long run help, if we were both, really struggling and seeing things from a different perspective. But the girl that he works with is just she's just so sweet. Like I like rewatching it this time, I was just like, man, she like too bad he's with this doll because like, she's so
Yeah.
like she's like really cute and just like,
You
she
can
doesn't
tell
have
the
mental problems, but
entire
she's just
movie-
quirky too, and
and
you just like
you can tell the entire movie that she is just head over heels for him.
exactly.
In
Even
every
after
way.
seeing him bring his sex doll to church.
I love that scene.
It's so
the
funny
first time
where she just keeps standing
and staring
I
at
know.
him, and someone else in the choir was like, "Sit down."
I know.
The scene even before that though, the
Yeah.
scene where he like helps the lady take the flowers out, and he goes, "Here."
Oh yeah.
She goes, "Here,
Give this to a pretty girl."
a pretty girl," and then turns around and sees her, and he's just like, and then sprints away to his car.
And then what did she say? She said, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll see you at work, Lars." And he's like, "Okay, bye," and then
Yeah.
just like runs away. He's so good, and I realize he's not. By all means, he's not chunky in this movie, but he's definitely a little bit more full. And I think the reason is
He's not 2% body fat.
no, but I don't think he's ever been 2% body fat.
Even
but
9%.
I want to
would
look
be
it up.
that-
What's it
even
called?
9% would be like that lean, I think.
I think the reason why, yeah. So that movie came out in like 2007, and I think the reason why he was a little bit bigger is because he was supposed to be in The Lovely Bones, which is a movie about this girl that gets kidnapped, and the serial killer who's played by Stanley Tucci in the movie.
Oh, okay.
He was supposed to play him in the movie, and then to get into character or like to his own version of the character, he gained a lot of weight, and then they were like, "Oh, we didn't really want him to be this like bigger guy."
Oh no!
So that he didn't get the role, and then he was kind of left with that weight. So at least I don't know if the time lines up. I don't know if it lines up correctly, but I think that might be why he's a little bit heavier in this movie. Which by all means, he's not heavy, but
it works for the character.
Oh
too.
yeah, no, it
It's
does.
perfect.
He's just
just a normal guy,
secluded. He's
Yeah.
obviously eating whatever he wants, like when like whatever he has. Just like he just doesn't really do anything. He kind of just goes to work and goes. He just looks like a normal guy.
Yeah.
He just looks like a normal guy. And I really the scene it's near the end of the movie once he's really starting to like come out of his delusion of like this. I think that's what they call it. Was it a delusion or illusion? Okay,
Yeah,
delusion. But it's the scene where she is crying over like this bear that this idiot at work hung with like a cord, and she was like just getting emotional about it, but it wasn't about the bear. And then he just grabs it, takes the cord off, and then just like playfully tries to bring it back. And it's just like that actually like that's what I mean by movies don't really necessarily have to be sad to make you cry, because that scene made me cry a little bit just because it was just so just like normal, lovely, just very communal, just people being people. I love like I'm a people watcher, just like seeing people like go out throughout their lives, just whatever they're doing, walking around a mall or something.
Not in a weird way.
No.
I'm a people watcher.
It's a normal thing. People watch.
Yeah.
but I just love that scene so much. It's so good. And then at the end of the movie, they end up, you know, being together, Lars and the real girl.
Yeah.
But I really love this movie. I remember watching it for the first time and just being so blown away by it because of just how like absurd and peculiar it is, but it's such a nice story.
Yeah.
It's such a good story.
I agree.
And it's one that, well, one, it's hilarious.
It's
sometimes I
so
forget
funny.
sometimes I forget how funny it is. Like at the beginning of the movie where he's in church and then this kid his toy, he picks it up and then it falls and he's just like it's so good. It's so funny. And it, like I said, it's just a movie about that. It really that just understands the concept of just community, people helping people out, just, you know, just set aside differences and just help people out, you know, just be good people. I mean, they're literally like giving this doll a haircut. So they go to pretty extreme extents to get that message across. But I think that's the whole idea of the movie, of just having this, you know, the movie being about a man that's in love with a sex doll. But it's so good because that easily a movie with that concept could just either go in one of two directions. Like they're going to go all out on the weirdness and just make it a weird movie about a creep, or make it a very lovely story about, you know, the concepts of love, the concepts of community, and how, you know, certain people view certain things and why they, you know, see the things the way that they do. And the scene where the doctor and Lars are having the, like, she's really trying to understand him and how he doesn't really like to be touched. That's why he wears so many layers and why he can get away with it. But when she was like touching him, in my head, I could like I understand how feels that pain. It's almost like when your like arm is asleep, or like your fingers asleep or something like that, and you put like pressure on it, or when you're super hot and then you put like an ice pack on it, just that burning sensation. I don't know, or just like your nerves are all rattled. Like I've definitely felt that pain before. And so I don't know, that scene of just like how they were shooting it, it's so quiet, like you really you were able to feel that pain with him. Just, I don't know, I think it's a very special movie. I don't think a lot of people give it enough credit. I think it's a really, really good movie. And it's directed by Craig Gillespie, who did he did the GameStop movie from a couple years ago.
Okay.
He's doing Supergirl, that's coming out
like Dumb
this
Money?
year.
Is that what it's
Dumb
called?
Money, yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing
Phenomenal.
Supergirl. It is a good movie. He's doing Supergirl this year, and he also did he did Cruella with Emma Stone.
Actually, Dumb Money might actually be within my top 5.
Really?
I love that movie.
Okay.
Like a lot.
That's niche.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good. But yeah, so yeah, we got about 45 minutes. We talked about 3.
All right, lightning round.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
So yeah,
but Lars and the Real Girl is spectacular. If you haven't seen it, please, I mean, if you haven't seen any of these movies, watch them all. They're so good. Like if you love Ryan Gosling and you haven't seen these, you're a poser. You're a poser.
I guess you don't like Ryan Gosling that much.
Yeah, you're a poser. But definitely watch Lars and the Real Girl. It's a fabulous movie. I mean, it'll just I don't know, make you joyful, just make you feel good, and it is a really feel good movie. But so what haven't we talked? Okay, Crazy Stupid Love. We're gonna save.
Awesome.
So wait, we have Crazy Stupid Love.
We have Crazy Stupid Love, Barbie, The Notebook, and Nice Guys.
Right. Okay. So yeah, perfect. We're gonna save Notebook and Barbie last, because I got some opinions about those movies.
Same.
Actually. But Crazy Stupid Love. Oh my gosh, this movie is so funny.
It's so good.
I keep forgetting how funny this movie is, but also it has one of the best plot twists ever, I think. Just the way it does its story, it's
Daddy?
Just
don't call him that. Please.
Yeah, I know.
Please
don't call him that.
Please stop.
But it's so good. Like the movie opens up at a restaurant and the camera is panning over you know, properly dressed, you know, husband, wife with their heels and dress shoes, and then it's just, you know, it's so nicely lit and it's so warm and it's so inviting, and then it just cuts to just the dad white shoes, the New Balance with the wife, I believe, who's actually wearing heels or something, and he's just wearing like khakis, and he has like it's just and then announces that she wants a divorce from him, and then that's how the movie gets started. And then Steve Carell's character meets Ryan Gosling, who begins to show him how to be a man and just really like gravitate his manliness, and how he can be a womanizer, and how he can get with anyone that he wants if he really just has the confidence. And that's basically what the movie is about, is just him unlocking that part of him that he lost like so many years ago. And it's so funny. This movie is so good. But that was the first time you watched it, right?
No, I've seen it. I
You
saw
have
it
seen it?
before.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a while ago.
But what are your thoughts?
I thought it was amazing.
It's so
and
good.
I think aside from the womanizing part, because that's obviously not good, being a
No.
womanizer. But I do think
it's good for the story, because
yeah, like for the sake of the movie.
you don't want to be a womanizer.
But yeah, in
don't.
real life,
You will regret it.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm
because
not speaking
it's
from
just-
experience, but
Yeah, no.
I know that a lot of
I've
people
known a couple people that
Yeah,
are like that.
they just
and-
regret it, and
it's also just a shitty thing to do.
It
Like in
is.
general, just
It
don't,
is.
just don't fucking do that.
just don't do it.
But anyways, that point aside, because obviously that's not good.
No,
I think Ryan Gosling's character,
don't cheat too, because that's what
Well,
his wife did.
yeah, awful.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. But I think Ryan Gosling's character was actually like, it was a really good character
Yeah.
for him.
Yes.
The sake, again, not the womanizing part,
No.
because horrible.
yes.
But teaching him how to like take care of himself,
Mm-hmm.
grooming, like beard,
Yep.
hair, a nice haircut, clothes, style, self-confidence. Like
Yep.
I feel like, and I am involved, or not involved, but included in this like subgenre of men. But like I feel like, and I'm doing a lot better with it now, but I definitely lost self-confidence
Oh yeah, me too.
forever.
I don't think you're a
though.
guy if you haven't.
Well, no. But I just mean like I just mean it's like a relatable movie.
Oh no, very.
Like everybody can relate to this,
It's
and
very.
it can be a wake-up call.
Yep.
Because I know for the longest time, like through high school, I barely had any friends.
Mm-hmm.
I never even tried to date anybody because I had such low confidence that I
Yeah.
figured like who would even want to bother. It's just it's a good message.
Yeah, it is.
Aside from the womanizing part,
Yeah,
is
no.
all I was getting at.
Yeah, I think they had to put like a.
They had
like
to put
they had
a
to
twist
put
on the character.
Well, a twist on the character, but they had to give like a big sort of like,
Mhm.
how can this character move past this?
Mhm.
Or how, like, because it shows it from two different angles. It shows it from a guy that never did it before to starting to do it, and how that affected his life. And it goes to Ryan Gosling's character, who had been doing that, because that's the only way that he could really find connection with someone, is that kind of like his character, like Lars in The Real Girl, just like how doesn't like want to have a connection with someone because he's afraid of letting people down or whatever. Like he would rather just spend his time with one person, or whatever, and just but then he realizes that that's not what was what was good for him. And then he has the relationship with Emma Stone's character, which that scene, because they joke about it, how it's like, is this like it's going to be the R-rated, like this is like this is going to be the R-rated version tonight. We're not going to do that what PG-13 movies do, and just
and then they just show them like
just
talking on their bed,
talking
kicking
and having
their
fun,
feet, and like,
and then he ends up being the one
Yeah.
falling asleep,
yeah.
which is just, it's so cute. It's so good. And I love the scene where he like takes his shirt off, and they're just having just a cute, just like interaction with each other, and she's like, "Fuck,
You look photoshopped.
you look photoshopped."
Yeah. Which, to be fair, he did look photoshopped in
Yeah.
that, and
But-
it might have been like the lighting and the spray tan or whatever.
Oh,
it
it's
was,
all
but
it's all that stuff.
it
but
was something about it. It was just like,
I know.
are
It's-
you real?
It's just it's just a really cute scene.
Yeah.
It's such a it's a great movie, and the way it builds up is just so great, because it builds up to the plot twist, which is just like, so basically the girl that babysits Steve Carell's character's son is in love with Steve Carell's character, and then
he's not in love with Steve Carell's character.
she did I
Oh, I thought you were talking about the son.
no,
'Cause
his
you said
babysitter.
son.
His babysitter, who is in love with
Okay, yeah,
Steve Carell's
I
character.
misheard you.
Yeah,
then,
yeah. No, no.
'Cause I was
The
gonna say, I was like,
babysitter,
that's weird.
the babysitter who's 17, and then the the guy who his wife cheated on him with ends up being there. And then every single character that just ends up being in this movie, they all come together at the very end. And it turns out that Emma Stone's character was actually Steve Carell's character, which explains why Steve Carell's character, I keep saying that, but I'm like blanking on his name. I know his name, but which explains why he became the person that he is, because he had the kid at 17 and it's kind of messed up his life and his manlyhood. And then everything just like every single answer, every single question gets answered, and it's so funny and good. Just a great script. It's definitely one of the best scripts that I think I've ever seen for like a rom-com. It's so good. It's so original. It's so funny.
I agree.
And it's just, I don't know. It's a sweet movie too, because I really do think that it's a lovely movie with our characters, especially Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. They're so good on screen together. They've been in 3 movies. Because they were in La La Land, they were in this, and they were in Gangster Squad.
Yeah.
Which we're not talking about today, but they were in that movie too. But it's just a really cute movie. I love this movie, and anyone that hasn't seen it, sorry if I spoiled it, but go watch it.
It's still worth a watch.
It is. It's
like,
still worth the watch.
I knew the plot twist, rewatched it, still had a pleasant time. It's an amazing movie regardless.
Yeah, it's very, very, very rewatchable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so great movie. And we are moving on to The Nice Guys. So this is another hilarious movie, and this is the first time you watched it.
I think so. I can't remember if I saw this one before. Actually, I did, but it was one of those things where I watched it while I was doing something else.
Oh, right.
So this was the first time that I like actually intentionally watched it.
And how'd you like it?
Awesome.
Isn't it so good? It's so
good.
funny. It's
It was
so
so
good.
funny.
And Ryan Gosling, he has such great physical comedy. Like the scene of him in the bathroom with the cigarette, and he has the gun with the newspaper on his schwanz.
Yeah.
And he's just keeps
he's like the door with his legs. Yeah, with the pants.
It's so good.
Also, I'm curious if you have this same kind of thought that I do, but whoever the person, first off, I noticed this just from watching all of these movies. Ryan Gosling just happens to be in a lot of movies that have nudity everywhere, like full top nudity. Because like,
did a lot of these movies have nudity in it?
Yeah,
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner
Oh,
did.
yeah, Drive
did.
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys did. There was even a scene in The Notebook.
Oh yeah, there
with
was
full top nudity.
I actually had to look it up. I was do they show Rachel McAdams' boobs in this movie? Because I was like,
don't show Steph your search history.
No. That's not. No, I went to IMDb and looked. No. But I was, when I first watched that movie, it was darkly lit.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh man, I didn't know that. Like, because
I was just throwing
those
scenes
scenes in The Notebook got pretty. Which I have a lot of thoughts on The Notebook.
Yeah, we'll get to that movie.
We'll get to it.
But I just thought it was funny because like the first one that I watched out of these 7 were The Nice Guys.
You wouldn't like,
and the very like first scene, I was like, oh
yeah,
wow.
Another.
It just kept happening in the movie, but regardless.
Another movie that I was going to put on this list that would have just been it's a heartbreak. It's called Blue Valentine. Now that has a lot of nudity in it, like with Ryan Gosling too.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie. It's so good, but it is a very devastating just portrayal of relationship and love and hate. It's a sad movie, but it's great.
So back to the thing
Nice Guys.
Yeah, back to the thing I was going to say about Nice Guys, and I'm curious what your thoughts on this are too. As well, that was amazing English. Good job, Chandler. The porn star actress from the beginning of the movie. Do you think she's actually dead or is she alive?
Oh,
in the movie, regardless of them, like,
I think she's dead
because in the scene where they were in the house trying to find information and trying to find whatever her name is. I can't remember who the person they were trying to hunt down. Whatever.
Misty.
No, not Misty. Misty Mountains is the porn star that was dead.
Yeah.
Who's the main, like the person that they're trying to find? Does it starts with an A? I don't know why I can't think of her name. But anyway, when they went to that big party house to try to find that person of interest, and they were like looking around, and there was like the mermaids in the water. One of them was her.
Really?
Yeah. And when I was watching it, I was like, I thought she was dead. And I looked it up. And when I looked it up, it showed pictures of that scene with the mermaids in the water. So I don't know if it's supposed.
Her boobs were big enough, though.
I don't think this is gonna stop the mic from picking it up.
I did it for comedic value.
But I looked it up though, and like there wasn't like any definitive proof of it, but like when it was like I was like it looks like her. So I don't know if they just used her as another like fill-in actress for the scene, or if that was supposed to be like a subtle nod to she's not actually dead. Because the whole thing is like they can't confirm whether or not she is dead or not. And then at the end of the movie, they said, "Oh, this is how you saw your granddaughter or whatever she was to the old lady, because you saw a projection on the wall."
Yeah.
But then I was like, wait, but I'm like 80% sure that she was one of the mermaids in the water.
That would be very strange. I'll have to rewatch the scene to see.
I mean, I personally, regardless of what I saw, I think for the sake of the story, she is dead.
I think so too, because they didn't really make it any like. They didn't leave it like ambiguous.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They
because I think they even explain it throughout the movie that like she died. Like Misty Mountains died. This guy died. Like everyone's dying. Like everyone involved in this case is dying.
Yeah.
Which honestly, did they even explain how she died, or did she just lose control and crash?
Yeah, they didn't talk about that at all.
Like a fucking idiot.
I mean, it sounds like she was sabotaged or she was killed by whatever the
she was she was like
is.
completely nude. So she must have been like running away from someone driving.
Yeah, well, I guess it was probably they were doing like one of the, like a film or whatever.
It may have been the film that they were trying to like, and the one that they
trying
showed
to escape the mom. That was like the crook the entire time.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, yeah,
and that kid at the very, you recognize the kid?
I recognize him.
He's in Iron Man 3.
Yes.
Who Shane Black also did that movie. So it was that, which was, the Iron Man 3 was in 2013. So that was 3 years later. I think they probably filmed around the same time though. But yeah, that was the kid from Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
So I didn't know if you noticed that or if you had the same thoughts. Because like and maybe if you rewatch it again, you'll think about it. But in that one scene where there's like, it's the two people that are swimming in the water right before Ryan Gosling goes after them in the pool.
I love
it.
That
was
scene.
The second one, I believe, is who I thought was Misty. And I was like, so wait, is she alive or is she dead?
I'll have to rewatch it. I'll have to rewatch it because I don't remember that. Or really like remember being like, oh, she kind of looks familiar. So I'll have to see that. But I think that would be so random if they did.
It would be. Because I was even thinking, I was like, why would they even do that?
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't for like the sake of the story, why would they like have her play a different character in the movie just for the sake of, I don't know. Anyways.
I mean, to be fair, she didn't look dead. I don't know how she. She had like a couple like cuts and bruises, and she was like perfectly laid out, like how she was in the magazine.
How do you like my car?
How do you like my car, big boy? Saying that to a 13-year-old is crazy. But it was the 70s.
Insane.
This is the 70s. They didn't care.
Even still.
But
I love how Ryan Gosling, like, time and time again proved that he was, one, really trying to be a good dad, and two, undeniably a good detective.
Yeah.
Because like even the daughter was like, "You're the world's worst detective."
I know. Be honest with me. Am I a bad person? And don't
sugarcoat it.
Don't sugarcoat it because I'm your dad. Just like tell me. Yeah. Just drive.
Yeah.
Did you say drive? But no, I love Angourie Rice. That's the daughter's name. Her actress name. Her name in real life.
Her name.
I love the characters in this movie, and she is really. She's a good symbolic character for innocence. Just like, doesn't want to kill anyone, even if they're that bad. Like, I mean, I love the scene where she like holds on to the evil guy's hand who just got hit by. Which, by the way, that scene is like so realistic. Every single time I see it, it's just like, oh my god, like a rag doll just getting like completely. And I love how the kid didn't have anything to do with the story either. It was just some idiot that hit him. But I love it because he is this very bad person that made multiple threats to kill her, and going after like their family and blah blah blah. But like she doesn't know any of that. Like she knows that he's bad, but she's just she knows that no one deserves that kind of treatment or whatever in her mind. In her mind. And just, I don't know. I like her character. She has that really like nice like innocence to her that I think a lot of.
Or the second time when he was like, if you kill her,
if you kill him, like
if you kill him,
I will never talk to you again.
Never talk.
Like
to you again.
even though it's a little bit like sometimes people do need to die, but just being realistic.
Yeah.
But I think it's also it's also a good motivator for him. Like,
Mhm.
just, maybe you don't need to. Just, don't, you're better than that. Like, you don't need to be that. And I think that's, I don't know. I really liked her character on this rewatch. I was like, I was like, man, these are really good characters. And I think I want a sequel so bad. I
Yeah.
want a sequel so bad because they were going to make one because they perfectly set it up
No, I know.
at the very
I
end.
don't think we'll get one. But
We
I would,
probably,
I would,
well,
I
I
would
don't know. We've been getting sequels
love-
after sequels because I think, well, Ryan Gosling obviously is, no, we would definitely get a sequel and it would be so good. They put on 10 years. So now they can make it in like the 80s after they've been working together for a decade. Like they can
Yeah.
do that.
Mhm.
And it would be so good. It would
would
just
be.
be so good cuz I think Russell Crowe, because Russell Crowe is still acting. Like, I mean, very consistently acting. And so is Ryan Gosling. I think that I mentioned this to you, but I genuinely think that like Russell Crowe, especially in this movie, they both feel like younger and older versions of themselves. They just start they like their comedic timing, the way that they talk.
Yeah.
They just like they
I think
have.
you said that in the peak
Yeah.
episode that we did.
Oh, did I? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think I did. But it was just so. It's just such a funny movie. It's so.
I know. It's really funny.
So funny. The way that it deals with like violence and sex and like all that stuff. It's just a very hilarious movie. It's so funny.
Mhm.
But I want to give some more time to The Notebook and Barbie because we have some opinions on those movies. So
Are these the last two that we have?
yes, because we did The Nice Guys, Crazy Stupid Love, Lars, Blade Runner,
And Drive. So
and
yeah,
Drive. So yeah, these are the last two.
two. Cool.
So yeah, so we'll save The Notebook for last.
Mhm.
Barbie. So this is the first time you ever watched it.
Hated
I've
it.
seen it 4 times, and I think that I liked it when it first came because it was like Barbenheimer and all that stuff, and I was like, just obviously I'm always like obsessed with Ryan Gosling, so I was just very excited to see him as Ken. And I think I kind of just like forced myself to say that I really liked it, and I think I did for the most part. But just every single time I've rewatched it since, I have liked it less and less and less. I think most of the characters in this movie that it's ironic, and it might even some people are going to take it very sexist. But Ryan Gosling, he's the best part of this movie, like in my opinion.
I mean, he's my least not favorite. I don't know how to
So you
phrase
didn't really
it.
like him either?
No, but
So like of the characters that are in the
out of
movie,
all the
you would like you
performances-
liked Ryan Gosling's scenes.
So honestly,
I know you hate musicals most
well,
of the
it's
time.
not even the honestly. I won't lie. I didn't even think about this movie as a musical. I just hated it, like for other reasons.
What did you hate?
The acting.
Yes.
In every single sense.
Yes.
All the time.
Literally,
everywhere.
I don't
whether it was,
understand.
Whether it was like the way that the script was written, the timing for the musical choices, the physical acting. Like maybe it's just because I'm.
I mean, it's a movie about Barbies, so you think that do you think that there's supposed to be like no, I agree with you. Like you would think that since it's a Barbie movie, they have to have that like, very like bright, overly happy kind of attitude. But like I agree, the acting is horrible, but I'm honestly not. I'm less worried about the Barbies. Because in my head I'm just like, okay, they're Barbies. They're supposed to be annoying as all hell, so that's fine. I do not understand how America Ferrera got nominated for an Oscar. That's the mom.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are gonna hate that opinion. And I thought that when she first got nominated, like she's not horrible, but like there's nothing groundbreaking about it. And I think that it's such like
I don't think there's anything groundbreaking about the movie.
No, there isn't.
Like at all.
And I don't think that's
Sorry.
I don't think that's wrong to say
but-
because I think that a lot of people it was described as this movie,
Also, I rarely say that I hate movies.
Yeah, and I don't hate this movie, but I definitely am like, I feel like if I watch it again, we're in bad territory because I like.
If I watch this movie again, I'm being held against my will. Like,
but no, because like, and I
that's not an
totally understand. I
exaggeration.
totally understand because it is very over the top. I do love like almost like every single scene that Ryan Gosling in because I think he got nominated too.
You just have an affinity for him outside of the movie, though. So
well,
naturally, you'll like.
I do,
his
but
scenes.
I personally think that he's just like he does such a great job with like what he does with his character. Like I think Margot Robbie. I don't think that because I love Margot Robbie. I think she is a really great actress and she's done really good stuff. everyone was complaining about how she didn't get a nomination, and that it's ironic that Ryan Gosling was the one that got a nomination. But in my head, I'm like, it's because he did something more with his performance.
Mhm.
Like, he did something more. I think she played the most like monotone, uh annoying person trying to like understand life and all of its like intricacies. And Ryan Gosling, like they were both understanding life in different ways.
Mhm.
And I think Ryan Gosling went about it in a more like interesting way. Like, he understands that the world is run by men, so he starts to get really attached to, that concept, and about how he's been missing that. Like, he's been missing that, connection with people, feeling like he isn't important, and that's why he started to do what he did. And then Barbie started to realize that the world is run by men,
Mhm.
so it's a lot different. And in Barbie world, and I think that like the message behind this movie is very strange to me. It's very strange because I think the movie goes about it in a way of trying to represent women more, and women. I think women are more powerful than what the world sees them as in the working industry and all that stuff. But I think the way this movie ends, and I like the way that Barbie can live out, her life in the real world to finally have that chance of being able to be independent. But all the other Barbies are stuck in Barbie land.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know like what the message was, where it was just like, oh, we realize that the world isn't what Barbie land is like. So why is Barbie land still a thing? Also, I think it's a much more interesting plot is how Barbie land is even a thing. They like brush over that so like weirdly.
Yeah.
Like, because
No, I
you have
agree.
Will Ferrell's character, who is the CEO of uh what is it,
Mattel.
Mattel. I was thinking Martell, Mattel. And then Barbie Land is just a thing. How did that come about? That literally
Oh
is
no,
like,
they found out.
it's literally
They're gonna find out.
it's like
This is
but I
gonna
don't
be
know.
bad.
I just think that I think this movie is just very like unfunny, and the acting is not good.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
Literally,
like
my
the
favorite
acting.
part about the movie, there's two things that I like about the movie. It's when Ryan Gosling yells, "Sublime!" That's the only thing. And then the other thing is like the 3 times that it happens in the movie where like the voiceover narrator just
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
starts
yeah.
talking, because they'll say like funny quips.
Yeah.
Like when Margot Robbie's character is just like, "Oh, woe is me, I'm not pretty." And then the
Yeah.
voiceover is just like,
Note to the
note to the
studio.
studio, maybe casting Margot Robbie for this wasn't a great idea," or
Yeah.
something like that, because
If you
she's
want to convince
gorgeous.
if you want to convince the audience into thinking that our characters doesn't think they're beautiful or something like
Yeah,
that,
don't
then don't
cast
cast
Margot
Margot
Robbie.
Robbie in your role.
Yeah,
It
'cause
was
she's very obviously
it was
gorgeous.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's and I
But
think
yeah, other than
they
that,
did casting great, because I
they did.
think like Ryan Gosling as Ken is perfect. I think Margot Robbie as Barbie is perfect. But I just don't I think this
Also, sorry,
yeah.
I get it. Their names are Barbie and Ken. I didn't need to hear it 86 billion times within 20
Yeah,
minutes.
it's definitely
Shut up.
I know. It's definitely like
It's enough.
it was like the whole that was like I love the scene I love the scene with Ken arguing, and
Yeah.
they were like trying to beach off each other, and they were
That
just
scene,
it was hilarious.
that
It
that
was
is
like,
my favorite
yeah,
scene.
it's so good. When I was in the theater,
I'm gonna
because
beat you off.
obviously there was younger people in the theater watching it, but when I saw that scene in the theater for the first time, I was laughing. I was like, guys, why aren't you laughing? This is
It's
hilarious.
so funny.
This is a really good play on words. I'm gonna beat you off. No, not before I beat you off. It's just like, and they say it so quick, it just sounds like I'm gonna beat you off. It's so funny. And no one was laughing in the theater, and I was like, you guys just laughed at like Ken flying in the air, but you're not gonna laugh at that. It's just like the one thing I will say about this movie that they do really good, set design is amazing. I mean, the way that they
No,
brought
that's
Barbie to
gorgeous.
life, like
Yeah.
as in like the way they did that is amazing. And I love Greta Gerwig. I love the director.
Mhm.
And because she actually wrote the movie with Noah Baumbach, who is her husband, who did he did Marriage Story
Mhm.
and all that. But I don't know. I just think that the movie is so I can see that. I can see it has a good message. I just think that it's so overly distracted. Which, by the way, I hated the Blazer car scene, the electric car. It was like a commercial.
Oh
The
yeah, that
escape
was
scene.
awful.
It was so bad.
And the fact that they like product placed the
It
Hummer
was
EV.
awful. It was awful. Yeah, well, I think
That one was cooler.
That one was fine
It was
because they
alright.
didn't like really like
It
that
wasn't
whole entire
in
chase scene
your
was only
face.
in the movie to have that scene, which also wasn't even a real car for the scene in the movie.
The Blazer?
Yeah, no, it was
I thought you meant like in general it's not a real
no.
car, and I was like, yes, it is.
Well, it's a real car, but like to film those scenes of it like doing all those crazy stunts, they just used like a kind of like a go-kart kind of car that didn't have any shell.
Mhm.
And then they just CGI'd the car over it so that someone could do those stunts. And I was like, you're doing a commercial and it's not even the car doing the shit. But also the reason that it's so painfully obvious that it's a product placement for the Blazer is that the scene where Margot Robbie jumps into the car, they didn't have to do another scene or another angle of her jumping into the car. They did it because the Blazer logo was right in dead center in the frame. Like you could have just had her jump in the car and like it's like that scene was so also I didn't like the scene when Barbie goes to the school and comes to find the daughter that she thinks is the one that she's after and not the mom. And I think what's her name? Greenblatt. Is it Ariana Greenblatt or something? The daughter's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna be too harsh on her. I think at the time of making this movie, she was younger, but I think she's like 18 or 19 years old now. That scene is so like it's just there's a lot of scenes in this movie that are very like annoying and
Unbearable.
that scene I didn't like the way that they were like representing her character as being this like snooty girl that knows everything and all things. And it's just like, okay,
Angsty teen.
like, come on. Like, you could have represented that in so many different ways, but then you had her saying words that 100% a kid that age wouldn't know or understand and trying to make Barbie, seem like such an awful thing that the world gave girls. It's just like, it was a toy that girls played with, like, and made them made them develop what they wanted to do in life. And just because it set up standards of them like wanting to be an astronaut, and then of course they're not going to be an astronaut when they grow up. It's not like, I just think that they were making it so like trying to use Barbie as this just like concept of like disappointing girls as they get older. And I just think that did not work for me.
No.
Because I was just like, okay, for like Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels and Barbie, the creators of those toys were married. And Hot Wheels, like, yeah, I wanted this sick ass car when I was a kid, but I know I'm never gonna have that cool ass car. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just think that
The
they,
Hot Wheels movie would be dope.
they're making a Matchbox
Yeah, I
movie
remember
with
you
John
saying
Cena.
that, yeah.
But anyways, I think a lot of people are gonna hate my opinions on this movie, and it's not that I think it's a bad movie. I know you hate it. I just don't like it for the like.
I mean, there are things that I like about it. Like I can objectively watch the movie and understand how people enjoy it.
Me too.
Just me personally cannot stand it.
No.
So maybe
I cannot stand it. But
so
no,
maybe saying that like I hate it is
okay.
just,
We only have like 15 minutes, and I really want to talk about The Notebook. But the scene with Ken, like all the Kens doing the "I'm just Ken" peak. That is the best scene in the movie. Yes. It is so, every single time I watch that, I am blown away by the visuals, the cinematography, the set design. Like the choreography is so, it is so good. That scene is great. But anyways, Barbie is, it's very, very much has not aged well in my opinion. Like if you haven't rewatched it since watching it, watch it again. I think you'll get a new set of eyes with it. Like we were talking about earlier, sometimes rewatching movies will really make you understand something. And I guess I just really didn't understand why I didn't like this movie. And I think I understand more now. I think it's just a little bit too over the top for me.
Also, we'll move on to The Notebook, but last thing about Barbie, I was over the whole Barbie thing within the first scene.
What do you mean?
When she like woke up and went downstairs, but to go downstairs, she jumped out of the house and landed and then opened up the fridge and grabbed a comically large container of milk and then poured it and nothing came out. And then popped a waffle out of her toaster and then put a dollop of whipped cream on it. Didn't bite it. Didn't drink anything. Put it, I was like, okay, You're a toy. I get
I
it.
know.
Please move on from
And
this.
like based on our opinions, a lot like what a lot of people will say will like when they listen to our opinions, they'll just be like, it's not just serious. Like just watch the movie. And then when they talk about it, they talk about how serious the movie is and why it's an important movie. It's just
Yeah.
like there's so many like, okay, it's not that serious because I am criticizing it, but then it is super serious because of the reasons that you like it. It's
Yeah.
just like, and I've witnessed that before, like because obviously,
Oh, I've read
in
your
my,
comment
yeah, I
section.
know. It's just
I've
like
read your comment
sometimes
section.
people say things, and I'm just like, oh my gosh! Like I was just dealing with someone today who broke down everything that I mentioned in my Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer video, where I was just like, it looks amazing. This looks like a darker and gloomier Queens, but the colors of the suit are bright, vibrant, and really contrast well with the darkness of Queens. And then
This
someone
is the
just
problem. I just don't like how it's
someone
gonna be
just
doom and gloom.
commented and broke down everything that I said. And the last thing I said was like, pick another hobby besides like being like upset about everything. I
Yeah.
literally explained that it looks amazing, that the contrast is great with the colors and the darkness of Queens. Like I literally explained that. And it just like sometimes it's just like, anyways, the way people comment is ridiculous. But anyways, The Notebook. I have things to say about this movie because I think that it has.
I have things.
Yeah. I think that it is a very toxic movie. I think it's good and actually very close to being great. And I think it's emotional. I really like the story. I think for the most part, it's a very cute story between Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. But it is cheating propaganda.
Yeah.
It is cheating propaganda, and I think it's not healthy for young boys, young girls to watch and think that is the normal way. Because no, what I hate, and a lot of movies do this. Like people are upset about what's it called? The new Margot Robbie movie. Oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on it? It's Margot Robbie and Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights. Because that movie is also about a star-crossed lovers, Margot Robbie and wow, I'm really having a like blanking on names. Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
And how at the beginning of their life, or at the beginning of, in their teen years or whatever, I haven't seen the movie or read the book, but I've seen what people are talking about it. Just they meet at a young age, fall in love, and then they don't see each other for whatever, 10, 20 years. And then, she has this amazing man that gives her nothing but money, wealth, and love, and blah, blah, blah. And then just like on a whim, just decides, yeah, I'm just going to sleep with this person that I know, like I saw, many years ago. And then just like, are you kidding me? And that's exactly what The Notebook does. Like, one, James Marsden, who is her fiance in the movie, very attractive guy, and he's not even an asshole in the movie. Nope. I would actually say when he does get a little bit concerned and upset, very valid. Like when she says that she needs to, because she saw Ryan Gosling's picture in the newspaper about him finally building the house that they promised to live in together when they got married, and then she decides, oh, I need to just get away. I need to just get away. And then he asked her, and he's super understanding. He's super understanding with it. And just like, yeah, like, but is there like, should I be concerned? She's like, she has the audacity to say, no, I don't think so. Like, oh my gosh. And then meets up with Ryan Gosling, says like, even flashes the ring and says, yeah, no, I'm a taken woman. And then just like without any hesitation, just like they sleep with each other. And it's just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And also, by the way, awful woman in this. She's awful. She's an awful woman. I have some empathy for her when she gets a little older and she has dementia, and awful. She is she's abusive. I mean, she was like
literally physically, verbally, mentally.
Yes, physically hitting Ryan Gosling's character. I'm blanking on the characters' names, but this is Noah, yeah. But like physically abusing
Noah and Allie?
Noah and Allie. Yep. Yeah. Noah and Allie. Literally physically abusing him. And I know people make the argument of just like,
dude, the scene where
guys
he started,
can take it.
The scene where he started slapping
himself
in the
I know.
face.
I felt that. I was like, dude, if I was in that position, I would be doing the same. Yeah, you gonna hit me?
I get it. You're gonna do this.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. You've done this before. But no, I mean, just like she is not a good person, and I think that people are so in love with this movie and love it so much because they think it's like it's such a beautiful story. This old man is reading this woman, this story, and the story ends up being theirs, and it's just like, dude, what a cock. What a cock. Like, sorry if people hate that word, but like he's literally like getting off on this story about talking about how she was also in love with this man. And at the same time, it's just like, I get maybe the story is supposed to be about how, some people really do have that power of setting those things aside and are that much in love with someone that they could care less about anything that they've done, which she had two of those people. She had two. James Marsden literally said, like, he promised her when he proposed to her that he would always be there for her, blah, 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 like till death do us part or whatever, like all the vows. Like he promised that he would be there for her through thick and thin. And he was about to take her back even after what she did. Yep. And she still went to Ryan Gosling. That is a bitch if I've ever met one. That is not a good person. And I'm sorry for people that love this movie. That is not.
I don't understand how this is like revered as one of the best.
I don't get it either, because they easily. I know it's based on a book, so it's adapted or what
Nathan Sparks or
something
like that.
The story easily could have been like, I think the reason that maybe some people it's so like popular is because it has that, but I don't. Huh?
I'm thinking it sparks something.
But I think like even the movie could have been just as powerful if she would have gone on like,
Nicholas
Sparks. If she had gone, for the 7 years that they were absent with each other, like she still wasn't getting the letters that he was sending her every single day for a whole entire year. And she was going on this journey of self-discovery and, almost like Normal People, that show. I don't think you haven't seen it. It's great. But it's about these two people that at the end of like high school or whatever, they fall in love. They sleep with each other. They really have this intimate connection, and then they have to, depart from each other, and they come back into each other's lives a couple times. And then at the very end of the series, I'm not going to spoil it. You should watch it. It's great. It's very sad.
What's
but
it called?
Really Normal People. I think it should be on Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
it's really good. But I think that this movie could have been so much more impactful and beautiful if it really was about, two people, sleeping with other people because they're, going out throughout life, and that's fine. But then, at the end, being brought back together and realizing that, they can finally have that fairy tale ending that they always wanted. But then this movie decided to go in the book decided to go in that route of being like, oh no, we're gonna make her engaged, and then we're just gonna have her cheat on this guy. And it's not even like they go in to make the effort of trying to make the guy seem like an asshole.
Yeah,
like who's deserving of it.
The thing that I just like, and we don't have too much more
we
time
don't. We
to
have a couple more minutes
to talk about it. But the thing that I just like, okay, there's a ton wrong with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start at the beginning of the relationship. She lied to him about the whole date thing. Then ended up going on it anyway because she was being tricked into it, kind of, for like a double date. Then fell head over heels for him. Then started physically abusing him. Then left because their parents basically forced them, kind of. She broke up with him because he decided that, maybe it's not the best. He wrote to her every day for a year, and it's not her fault that she didn't know because her mom was manipulating, which was another bad thing about the movie. But then she was just like, okay, clearly this guy isn't writing to me. He doesn't care. I'm going to move on with my life. While she starts dating this other guy, they mention it once, if not multiple times, that whenever he did something, she could only see Noah. Like, she got excited about being engaged, but it's because she saw Noah's face, not his.
Yeah.
So, like, this whole movie is
crazy.
The whole movie is just showing how, like, this whole time she's going on with her own life, doing all these things, while she's definitely still hung up on him. And then at the end of the movie, when she like finds out about the whole house thing and goes back, has no intentions of doing anything, definitely did, then put him through all of this again.
What do you want?
Again. And then she had the audacity to be like, I don't know.
And call him like the biggest asshole, or just like, I hate you. Like, what a child.
Yeah, but it's just like, you're gonna...
I'm glad you got dementia.
damn. But it was just like, are you serious right now? You just found out that your mom was lying to you and that he wrote to you every day for a whole year, built you this fucking house with hopes that it would somehow bring you back, which is crazy.
It did.
Huh?
It did.
Well, it did, yeah.
Because
But
he knows the kind of woman that she is.
yeah. But like he did literally
Everything.
every
Yep.
possible thing for you. Even down to he had an easel with a canvas ready for her to come back and paint.
I know. And see, that's how the story's gonna like paint that like that idea of that it's okay that she cheated. Just that like he is this like perfect person that well, no, that's the other thing. Is that's what she said before leaving. Is like, I used to paint. And he even questions, he's like, oh really?
I didn't know that.
And it's like, yeah, but see, now that's supposed to make him look like a bad guy. But at the same time, it's like, well, why didn't you tell him? And why'd you stop painting? It's just like, don't make him seem like the bad guy for you not painting over the last couple years. Like, don't do that. And that's exactly what that line was there for, is to make it seem like almost validating the idea of her going back to him. Because like, since she stopped painting, that means that she's not getting what she wants out of the relationship, and that is just horse shit. Like, it was just so bad. Luckily for me though, I do like the movie when it is like it is very sad, especially at the end when she I actually almost like started like bawling when they were having that dinner when they were having the dinner, and then she gets attacked with the dementia again and starts to forget, and then he literally just like starts crying because they're trying to
very heartfully.
They're trying.
I also got choked up.
Yeah, like they were trying to contain her. Like that. What a hard thing that would be to see. Like just like that you're literally like the love of your life almost, but also when his kids come over and to see him, and then they're basically just, Dad,
Mom doesn't recognize
she
you.
doesn't recognize you. Just like, come home. And then he says, that's
She
my
is my
sweetheart.
home.
That's my sweetheart. Like, this is my home now. Like, that made me cry too, because it's just like, yeah, I can respect a man for, having that much love for a woman, but I can't respect a story that, creates such an evil, like, person. Like, because she's not a good person. And I think a lot of people get distracted by that because not a good person.
No.
And I know a lot of people will make that argument that just like, a guy can handle a woman's punch. A guy can handle mean words coming from a woman. Yeah, a guy can. And I'm sure none of those hits actually hurt him, but it's just that concept and idea of just making that seem like okay.
Yeah, like just
like it's almost like she had mental
it.
problems.
Just because he can take it doesn't mean he should.
No, exactly. It's almost like she had mental problems a little bit, like just a little bit, like just a little screwy in the head, because she was definitely getting mad super quick, and maybe she was like projecting.
Rich,
but, like,
spoiled brat
exactly.
that doesn't get what she wants type
I think
thing,
she was
I don't know.
projecting, but also I loved his dad, Noah's dad. Just like, at first when I was watching, I was like, wait, does he end up being the mean guy that ends up breaking up the relationship? And then he starts talking. I was like, oh, he's so sweet. Like, he's so nice.
He was the only nice one in that family.
He was
Everybody
so nice.
else was condescending.
And then she never mentioned his passing.
Nope.
She never he was like, oh, I heard your dad passed. Like, nothing. There was no mention of that. At least from what I remember, there wasn't any. Yeah. But anyways, moral of the story: The Notebook is a cheating propaganda story that is just awful for the mind. It's if you're looking at it from the beginning aspect of the relationship starting and the very end of it ending, and then just completely skipping the middle part of her cheating and just doing all these malicious and awful things to him and him still being with her, it's a pretty good movie, and I do like it, but that is just so hard to not even talk about. It's so hard to not talk about it. It's just I don't like stories that are like that. I think they're awful. But anyways, we got to get going because we got to go see Project Hail Mary, which, like I said, you will see our full reaction in a couple minutes, right when this video ends. You'll see it at the very end, and that's when the video will end. But yeah, so
we'll see.
Let's go do that.
We'll play the clip right now.
And roll the clip. Out of theater reaction. Sorry, the lighting is terrible.
It was so good.
It was very good.
It was so good.
It was great. It was awesome. Not what I was expecting at all. I didn't read the book, but it was great.
Phenomenal.
It was amazing. I hope this sweeps the Oscars next year. It is so good. Apparently no green screen.
What?
No green screen.
That's That's crazy.
So this is shot by Greg Fraser too, who also did Dune and Dune 2, Foxcatcher. He's done a lot of stuff. So he shot this movie too. It is so good. We're gonna keep it short, but it was so good.
Watch it in theaters.
Yeah, go to the IMAX. See it in IMAX. See it on the biggest screen possible. It is amazing. Cue the outro.